Thinking of balloting for a BTO that's located in a prime location? Before making the hurried decision, allow me to share some crucial details of the PLH model. Hi everyone, I'm Eunice and welcome back to my channel. So, in contrast to normal PTO of 5 years MOP, the minimum occupation period for flats that are launched under the prime location public housing model, also known as PLH, is 10 years. In addition, subsidy clawback is applicable when you sell your PLH flats in the open market for the first time. So now, you must be thinking, should you proceed? Before you decide, let me explain to you why many homeowners tend to sell their BTO flat at the 5-year MOP mark. The reason is simple. Prices of BTOs almost tend to be one of the highest at the 5-year MOP mark, and it's due to two major factors. Number 1. Increase in demand. In order to be eligible for a BTO, at least one of the applicants for the flat must be a Singapore citizen, and at least one other is a Singapore citizen or Singapore permanent resident. Their combined household income must not exceed $14,000. However, when the BTO reaches its 5-year MOP mark, not only will there be no income ceiling for buying a resale HDB, there is also an influx of demand coming from SPR households. As demand increases, price therefore naturally increases. Second, the allure of new flats. So let me pose you this question. Would you be more willing to pay a premium for a 5-year-old newly MOP flat or a 20-30-year-old resale HDB flat? Chances are you will be willing to pay more for a newer flat. This is a buyer's mentality. On the other hand, sellers have the mentality of wanting to sell high. After all, the average waiting time of a BTO project is about 4 to 5 years, plus another 5 years MOP period. Definitely, sellers will want to sell above their buying price. Therefore, at the 5th year mark of a BTO, sellers and buyers' mentality tend to match. Sellers want to sell high and buyers are willing to pay high. On the other hand, this may not be the case for older HDBs. Sellers of older resale HDB will still want to sell high, but buyers may not be willing to pay high. In summary, prices of a 5-year-old BTO flats are guaranteed to be high due to the increase in demand from the SPR households and the attraction of owning newer flats. Prices can be very uncertain a period after the 5th year MOP mark because it can also be influenced by external market conditions such as high interest rate environment. Prices may continue to rise, but it may stay stagnant or even drop. So then, how is this relevant to you who are considering to purchase a BTO in the prime area? Firstly, the minimum occupation period will now take you 10 years to fulfill. Plus the average building years of 5 years, this is a total of about 15 years. And 15 years is a long time. No doubt prices will still surge when a PLH flat hits the 10-year MOP mark, but the yield per year is lower than a normal BTO. If you have the intention to upgrade to a private property after the disposal of this BTO, chances are you might be outpriced in the private sector. And as you get older, your age will also impact your loan eligibility. The older you are, the shorter your loan tenure, the higher the monthly installment payable, and then the higher required monthly income. Secondly, if you're thinking of making a windfall upon the sale of your PLH BTO, think again. As a deviation from the normal norm, there will be a set of stricter eligibility criteria in place for future resale buyers of these PLH model flats. This means, number 1, SPR households will not be eligible to buy a resale PLH flat and must be comprised of at least one Singapore citizen applicant or a household comprising of one SC and one SPR. Secondly, they must form a family nucleus with, thirdly, income ceiling not exceeding $14,000 per month. Whilst there still be demand for PLH flats in the open market, capital gains will be curbed due to eligibility criteria that I've just mentioned. Not forgetting that the subsidy clawback is also applicable, although the percentage of clawback is not as massive as compared to a potential 6-figure gain. At the end of the day, if your plan is to live and retire in this PLH flat, I think going for it is still a good option. But if there's ever a slightest chance that you might want to upgrade to a private property in the future, you can always reach out to me or Alex to discuss on your plans. That's all from me today. See you again. Bye!